Just really proud of our team, the toughness and the grit, the way we rebounded the ball, the way we took care of the basketball. We're able to make enough plays. Thankfully, it took 45 minutes, but really just proud of our team tonight because they've worked so hard to put themselves in a position here down the stretch. And, we continue to take care of opportunities. We control what happens here.
We'll start with questions for student athletes. Please raise your hand. We'll start with Matthew in the middle.
Question for either one. The one thing that we hear a lot from your coach is, GLG, and just a few minutes ago we heard Coach Mulkey talk about the grit that you guys had. To hear that from somebody else and being able to put that on display and people are picking up on that, just describe what that means to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like you said, love and gratitude is what Coach Kristy brought to Alabama. It's what our culture is. We want to be the grittiest team on the floor, and I think at times this year in certain games that we didn't finish it off the right way, toughness-wise, and I think tonight we did what the word is grit, is we finished it off gritty. We stayed together. We were tough. In moments where we could have held our head low, we held it high. I had a sophomore telling me, Diana, off the bench, she looked at me and she was like, hey, you're good. Like, come on, we got this. We're going to win this. So having a sophomore tell a fifth year, like, that's what it is. It's all about grit. It's all about love. It's all about staying together. But, yeah.
We'll go to the middle.
Yes, question for both Aaliyah and Sarah. Y'all played great throughout the whole game, but ended up fouling out towards the end. But the team still got the win even without y'all. How proud of y'all were? Of the team that they were able to win without y'all?
I would say I'm very proud of my team, and Coach Kristy said people on the bench were going to have to step up tonight, and I think Diana did a great job. I mean, Carly, she was a defensive presence. She got rebounds. I think it was just a team win for sure today, and I'm just so proud of them, and it just shows what we can do going forward. And I don't know, I'm just proud of them. And when they had 10 offensive rebounds. That's pretty low. I don't know what the average is, but
I think that's a good job for LSU. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did a great job being gritty and just playing as a team. I think when we do that, great things happen.
Okay. To the back, Edwin.
For the players, could you talk about Essence Cody's block there at the end, and just she had 5 blocks, obviously none bigger than that. Can you just talk about her coming up in that key moment?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think that Essence was doing a great job all game long with the ball screen and icing it. Our game plan, she executed that game plan, probably the best I've ever seen her execute since she's been at Alabama. She did a great job of staying in front of Michaela Williams right there and just trying to let her drive into her with her hands high and keeping her hands high. And she got a great block because she did exactly what she was supposed to do in that moment, and she did her job right there.
To the front, Elijah.
Question for both Sarah, Ashlee, and Aaliyah. In past seasons against LSU, y'all have been able to hold those halftime leads, but haven't quite been able to finish. Today, though, y'all held that halftime lead and were able to finish. I want to ask how good it feels to finally sort of get over that hump against LSU.
That was exactly what I said. Me and S.A. said that at halftime. I said the past 2 times we've been up by 15 or whatever it was at halftime, and then we would come out and not play hard, and they would be the tougher team coming out of halftime. And I think we emphasized that at halftime is we're not letting that happen again. Twice in a row, this is our 3rd time, we should learn. So, yeah, we definitely emphasized that at halftime for sure.
Just looking at it here, you guys led for 40 minutes and 35 seconds of this game. But with all the back and forth and all the officiating and all those type of things, especially for you guys that got into some foul trouble, how do you manage to stay aggressive in the game like that where it takes so much aggression with loose balls and defense, but also knowing that your team is relying on you to make plays on the offensive end, but also relying on your teammates?
Yeah, you can't play scared. I think Coach Kelly had said this to Aaliyah. He was like, if you're going to be on the floor, like, you still got to play basketball. Like, if you want to stay on the floor, even though you have 4 fouls, like, you still got to give your full effort. You can't be timid. You can't be scared of getting another foul because at the end of the day, like, if you're going to get your 5th foul, we're going to have somebody in who can hopefully step up, and that's what they did tonight. And if you're going to stay on the floor, like, you've got to play basketball. And so just having coaches who believe in us and who kept telling us, like, hey, you're good, stay in it, don't worry about the fouls, let the game come to you, just play basketball. And if they call a foul, that's the game of basketball. Like, there's going to be things that you don't agree with. And, that's what we did tonight is we just stayed together no matter what. And we had coaches that have our back all the time with Coach Kristy and everything.
We'll do one more question for student athletes. Back in the back.
So you guys are still in conversation for hosting. Do you feel like getting a win against a top 10 team exemplifies this Alabama team that they can defend their home?
I think we should be in that conversation. I think a win like this helps us, but ultimately the next game matters, and just getting that win will help us more. But I think we're just focused on Oklahoma. It's obviously something that we feel like we should get, and just Oklahoma next though.
Yeah, same thing as what she said is you get this win today, but you still have another one on Sunday. And so we know that if we can go and get that one on Sunday, that it just keeps continuing to build up the case for being able to host, and that's what we're trying to do.
And you look at our crowd tonight,
Yep.
like that was supported. That was amazing,
Awesome.
For them to be in the stands and support us. I mean, 8 o'clock, most people in Tuscaloosa, drive-through closes at 9. So for all those people
Right.
to come out and support us, if you don't think that, we deserve to host, we continue to win, but at the same time, this fan base is going to get behind us. So I just
Absolutely.
want to hug every single neck that came out tonight for a late tip, and I hope that everybody that's late tomorrow, their boss will give them a little grace.
That's right.
Any more questions? Okay. And you're celebrating with Britta's?
Absolutely.
Ritas.
Ritas, baby.
Thank you. Strawberry
this is
lemonade.
mine's cotton candy.
Thanks,
Thank y'all so
Ritas.
much. Seriously, roll tide.
Roll Tide. Questions for Coach Curry, please raise your hand. Start with Elijah in the front.
Coach, near the end of the game when you had two of your biggest leaders of the team foul out, but yet y'all were still able to finish so strong. Just what do you think it says about your team?
I just think it says a lot about the leadership in our locker room. Players make plays. Just credit, I thought that Aaliyah and S.A., just how vocal and verbal they were, and they infused that bench with a lot of energy. And just really happy that our bench was able to come in and contribute tonight. And, it was good because we've had times where we haven't responded that way, so it was great. And that only builds confidence when you're in these situations.
Go to the middle.
Yes, Coach, y'all have gotten 2 great back-to-back wins at home over the last couple of games. How does this team sort of ride that momentum into the SEC tournament and then the NCAA tournament?
I think it's important. We continue to teach, and I think that we've got some players in that locker room with Zay, Aaliyah, and S.A. that, want to finish this the right way. They understand what this time of year is about. You got to be playing your best basketball. That's what the great ones do, y'all. It's the time of year where you make plays and you finish games and you win games. And I think we've been in this position before, and, these kids, the bottom line is I can't tell you how happy I am. If that's the last game, these two deserve to win their very last game because of what the blood, sweat, and tears they put into the program. So, guys, we only got 57 minutes before midnight, and we got 57 minutes to enjoy it, and then it's all about OU.
Nathan?
Coach, can you just talk a little bit about your defensive game plan, as well as Flage was 2 for 12, but then specifically on Michaela Williams, she was getting the isolation on the right side a lot. Late in the game, what adjustments did you make? I saw on the help defense, Diana Collins with the strip, as well as Zay coming over for the late block. Were you making adjustments with how you guarded her on that isolation?
We're just trying to heavy gap. I thought Carly did an unbelievable job. You just got to try to limit her touches, show multiple jerseys, and just play kind of hope she misses. Because when she touches it, to me, what she's doing for that team and who she is, it's unbelievable. She doesn't get enough credit. What she's averaged 20.6 in the last few games, and it's just so hard to guard her because of her size and her ability to get her shot off in multiple ways, and she's such a 3-level scorer. So, we're just fortunate there at the end, and she's just a tough guard. We were just trying to show multiple jerseys, help, rotate off, but we gave up a 3 too, so we didn't want to over-rotate. But I don't think coaches make adjustments. That was the game plan all night long, and we continued to try to just show multiple jerseys.
Coach, probably one of the most selfless things that players can do in the game of basketball is taking a charge, sacrificing their body. I believe there was multiple of those tonight. is there a is that like an art form to that, to just taking a charge, and then also just describe like the emotion that you get whenever you see the ref point the other way? I mean, just describe that.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we work on with our charge drill, but I mean, I think you've got to get in there and you've got to really help the helper and you've got to be willing to sacrifice. And, our kids do a really good job. They're so good in the paint. I mean, it's all at the rim. And so we've talked a lot about the past 2 days about you should be able to take multiple charges. And so our kids did a really nice job, and we got a couple when it counted. Just very fortunate.
Coach, a night like tonight just showcased how much Essence Cody has grown. She played a crucial part in LSU, having only 10 offensive rebounds. She was active in the paint all game, really on both sides of the ball. I just want to ask, just how proud you are just to have seen her grow, and especially her come out in a big way like she did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, she's just grown up right before our eyes, and she's just so special. I mean, she's one of the sweetest, nicest. And when she steps on the floor, though, between the lines, I mean, it's just her toughness and grit that's grown, her presence. I'm so happy for her tonight. She just found ways to impact the stat sheet and get big boards and be a big presence in there for us. We really heard them on some things we'd worked on the pick and roll, and made her free throws. And that big three, I wish she'd have shot that other one she had, because, I mean, we've really been working on it. We're excited. I think she's got some versatility to play the 4 spot when Naomi Jones comes back, and she can really shoot the 3, so want her to keep shooting those. I thought she passed up one in the second half, but she found ways to impact tonight. I'm really happy for her. She's worked so hard.
We'll do the last few, starting in the back.
Coach, you often talk about how your bench has to be ready. They have to come in and make the difference. 2 of your starters fouled out, but Ezuma, sorry if I pronounced her last name wrong,
good.
and Collins really showed out tonight. How are you feeling about those 2 players?
Yeah, Kristy does such a great, fantastic job for us on the boards and her physical presence defensively. And then I thought Diana came in and, as the game went, she got stronger and tougher, and she understood, and did a lot of little things for us on the defensive end and took better care of the ball on the offensive end. That was a big 3 in the first half. So really proud of both of them. And I thought Eris came in and gave us a minute or two, and just their energy over there. It's a growth opportunity. You've got 3 kids here, that are listed on draft rosters, and for that bench to continue to be patient, and when their numbers call, be ready, and to learn and grow every day and continue to improve and get better. I'm really proud of our bench tonight.
We'll finish with Elijah.
Coach, there's really no more evidence to grow for this program than these games against LSU the past couple of years. The past couple of years, y'all haven't had those leads at halftime, but haven't been able to finish. But now y'all are able to have that lead and finish. Just what's it been like just to see this program just have that growth over the past couple of years, just in general?
I'm just really happy for our kids. The grit, love, and gratitude, the way they play for the front of their chest, the selflessness, the way we've continued to impact in recruiting. But, at the end of the day, guys, they all count the same. Us beating LSU is no different to me than beating any of the other 16 games. And it's a great win for our program, but it's just because it's the next game. Like, they're an amazing team. They got a chance to continue to do great things, and we just want to win the next game. We're focused on our feet and where they are and just trying to win the next game. So this one's no bigger, no less than any other. We just want to win the next game. We have a sense of urgency down the stretch because the opportunity in front of us is, like I say, we're going to look through the windshield, not the rearview mirror, and we got so much opportunity ahead of us.